Hey you guys, welcome back to Full Sail Travel. I'm late as he just pointed out. Yes, I'm about like 10 minutes late. My bad. I had some technical difficulties, but if you were just tuning in, welcome in. So this video is going to be about 6 months being in Tanzania. Yes. So yes, you guys, welcome to Full Sail Travel. It's been a minute since I've done a live, so I don't know why I feel a little nervous. I don't know why, but I'll get over it. It'll be fine. But if you guys want to help, go ahead and let me know who's tuning in, where you guys are tuning in from. I hit 6 months on July 1st, so I am very excited. Time has just flown by so much. So I have a bunch of questions that you guys have asked me, and feel free to ask me more questions that you want to see. But first, I want to do a little thank you to everyone who's tuned in thus far on this journey, because it's been a good journey. It's been a great journey. I feel like I've grown a lot. I've had a lot of things that I've experienced here that I would never have experienced if I would have stayed where I was. So, but you guys have helped me along the journey. I've met so many amazing, wonderful people, either via the interwebs or in person. So I really do appreciate all of you guys that have been supporting Full Sail Travel. So let me just say a couple announcements before I kind of get into how I feel, answering questions, and all that stuff. First things first. So I don't know if you guys know, I took on a little project here in Tanzania with the local orphanage. So we did our first community day like 2 weeks ago. So I still haven't edited that video, but that will be up next week so you guys can see. So I want to thank everybody who has donated, contributed, supported, or volunteered. I really appreciate that. And today I just went back to the school with 2 other volunteers, and we kind of completed the first project because the first project took a long time. So we went back and painted the tables and put on the ceiling for the tables to make it shiny and all that stuff. So today has been a very full day. I've been out and about, and I actually just got home right now. So I just want to thank everybody who has supported that. And if you don't know what that is, there is some type of, in the community tab, I'll put another thing about it if you want to donate to the project. So 6 months. I think the first thing, the biggest thing for me is definitely experiencing peace here. And when I first came here, I didn't experience that. But when you move to a different country, energy, climate, all that stuff, your body has to recalibrate. So it took me a while. I think from the States, we're just kind of used to that really fast paced, instant, I need everything now. And that's kind of how I felt when I first got here. I was like, they're moving too slow for me. So I've noticed that I've slowed down my pace. I'm not as like, not that I'm a very intense person, but I'm not as like demanding in that sense. I'm really with the poly lifestyle, which that means slowly, because things do happen slowly. And even though here it is more of a fast-paced environment, but it still has like a slower feel compared to, at least where I'm from, LA, and then I lived in New York. So compared to those 2 places, those are like big cities, it's slower pace here. And I have been able to, I think the first 6 months, I've really been focusing on myself, on my health, on my weight loss, on my healing. And that's still all in progress, but I feel good. I look different. I don't know if you could tell if you want to go back to the beginning of the videos, but I've lost like almost 70 pounds since I've been in Tanzania. Not that I ever had bad skin, but I do feel like I have a little glow going on. So in that sense, Africa has been completely healing. It's been really, really healing for me. And I know that that healing journey is not over. It's just getting started. And I honestly don't think 6 months is enough to be like, okay, I'm healed. So I need more time here. So let me just say hi to you guys, people who've checked in. How has the country changed a lot since the new leadership? I don't really know because I wasn't here that long. I was only here for barely 3 months when Magufuli died, or was, when he parted from this realm. But I do know that from what I hear is that things were a little bit more strict when he was here, and that the whole vaccine thing, COVID, he was shutting that down. So I think here now with the new government, it's not going to be the same. That's all I can say about that, because I don't really fully know what the difference is because I was only there for 3 months. So, hey there, welcome. If you guys are just tuning in, please come and say hi. So I'm gonna kind of jump right into some questions, and feel free to ask some more questions. But a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys on YouTube in the community tab what questions you guys have for me for 6 months. I will say that since I've been here, I don't really think I ever really took the time to celebrate my journey. So like every month, it just felt like a huge accomplishment, like 1 month, 2 months. And I've been celebrating that with you guys. I want to say like up to like 2 or 3 months, I started doing that. So it really does feel like an accomplishment. And every month I can see the growth. I could see it with how I navigate throughout Tanzania, the people I meet, how I'm networking, building, how I just feel more comfortable and confident living here, and how much more, like as the time goes on, I've like literally fallen in love with this country and also the people, and also just the version of myself that is here. I love this version of myself, and as I'm continue to unfold that part of me. So see. Okay, so I'll take your question. How was your experience as a solo female traveler? My experience has been great. For the most part, I think in comparison to my other traveling experiences, this is not, it does not feel too solo-ish because I am living here, but I am here on my own, moved here by myself. Didn't know anybody when I got here, and now have kind of like, I have friendships. I feel like I know people here. So in that sense, I think in general, and this is something that I took with me from my other experiences solo traveling. When you are solo traveling, you're never really alone unless you want to be alone. And for the most part, when you travel by yourself, even, whatever male or female, you become more open to people versus if you were just with someone else, you may just kind of stick with that person and like not try to venture out and do other things. So that's one of the reasons why I love solo traveling, because it does open you up in a way that you would that you wouldn't if you were with family or friends or a partner. But I think in general, when you solo travel, it gives you an opportunity to learn about yourself and to figure out what you want and what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like, that aspect of it. I think that everybody should have the opportunity of solo traveling. Some people who don't feel comfortable being alone, that's just some inner work that you have to do, because you are with yourself always. So you don't enjoy your own company, the cliche, the quote is like, who will, so Did I learn Swahili well? Well, I know Swahili. I know how to get around throughout the day. I know what to say. But do I know it well? No, because I still cannot have a back and forth conversation in Swahili. So, when I meet people here, they're always like, oh, Poli, my English is so bad. I'm like, no, your English is fine. Like, I can communicate with you in a conversation without stopping. So to me, that's good English. I can't communicate back and forth with somebody in Swahili. So I'm still learning. I could do better. I'm still learning, but I definitely know that it does help if you know Swahili. It really does. And people really appreciate it. Anytime I am speaking Swahili to somebody, they're just like, they're really grateful that I know it. And they're like, you know some words, like, for instance, Gloria, who's the real estate agent, she's met me from the beginning. So she's kind of seen, and we haven't really stayed in contact that much, but, whenever I text her or she calls me, I mix in some Swahili words. And I also do that with my friends here. Like, we'll use dada, we'll use sawa, which means okay. We'll use pole, which means, sorry, or asante. Like, we'll kind of mix in English and Swahili. And I noticed that a lot of people who move here, they kind of incorporate as much Swahili as they can, even amongst, the diaspora community. So, okay. Love your content, Marian. Thank you for calling me Marian. What is dating like for a Black American man with the tens? I have no idea. I'm not a Black American man. I have no idea. Do I even have any Black American male friends here? I don't even know one. I mean, I've seen people around, but I don't know any. I would not say I have a Black African American friend. Well, I know a few, but I don't know if they're dating. So I don't really know their lifestyle. I mean, how dating is for Black men with Tanzanian women. So I can't answer that. I can answer from my perspective, but that's it. Okay, so let me pull up some questions that I do want to answer, and feel free to leave your questions in the link below. So, okay. How are you liking it? Just looking up the questions. Okay, so Audrey Davis. I don't know if Audrey is tuning in. I see her name a lot in her picture. She asked me, and I think this is such an important question, and this is for the diaspora community. If you don't know what the diaspora is, all of the African Black people who are living outside of Africa. So she wrote, what pre-work on self do you suggest diasporas engage in prior to repatriation? I love this question because I do think that I'm only speaking from an African American perspective. I can't speak from UK, Canada, the Caribbean's perspective, South America perspective at all, because I'm not one of those. But I do feel like we may have similar experiences, but I do know that the African American experience is very unique. So for myself, I feel like I was doing a lot of healing work. But I will say that the healing work that I was doing there doesn't compare to the healing work that I've been doing here. But I think I've just been, I think that I would suggest people to really take inventory of themselves and like maybe make some type of list and figure out, like, tap into who you are and like what you want, and really have an idea of like how you want to envision your life and like how you want to show up. I think that type of work is important because sometimes, we work these jobs and we out on these labels. We're wives or husbands. We are mothers and fathers, sisters, bosses, employees, all these other layers that we don't really take the time to do inventory of, like, how do we feel? Like, what have we been through? Like, what traumas do we want to work on? What agitates us, like those type of things. Like, what type of person am I? Like, what kind of traveler am I? If I move to the continent, can I live like a local? Do I need to live like an American? What kind of foods can I eat? Am I really going to try all these different kind of foods? Like, really be honest about, like, how open you are and be clear about that before you come here, because it will help you out. And to not have unrealistic expectations of, what your journey is going to be and, like, what you require. So, like, for me, I know for a fact I like to live a certain way. I know I don't want to live in, and this is no offense. I'm just being honest with my self-inventory. I didn't want to live in a place that didn't have, like, Western toilets. Like, there's certain things that I'm like, okay, I know I want to live in a neighborhood that I can walk around, that there's, like, cafes, that, kind of like an easier transition into living here. I don't think I could have done, like, way out where a lot of locals live in, a lot of dope places, actually. But I kind of needed to ease into this lifestyle versus just kind of like jumping in. So I think taking self-inventory of yourself, doing a self-inventory is really important. I would also say, finding out, kind of goes back into self-inventory, but finding out those areas, the trauma sources, whether it's like you're somebody that just really hates people from other races, really investigate that, like, really, investigate why you feel that way. And obviously in America it can kind of make you feel that way. But I think that if you get to a place where you can get back to center and, like, get back to focusing on yourself and pouring in love to yourself and filling your cup up so that you won't feel depleted, and that so you can, give from an overflow state versus, a depleting state. Sometimes you kind of have to get out of your environment to even be able to fill your cups back up. So having that conversation with yourself, like, is this country that I'm living in really serving me? Is my environment really serving me? Is my community serving my highest good? Is my family, am I serving my community? Am I serving my family? Am I, angry and miserable all the time? Having those type of honest questions with yourself, and then saying, okay, well, you know what? I'm a really miserable person. So yeah, maybe I should go work on myself. Maybe I should get out of a high stress environment. Maybe I should take 6 months, and maybe it's not going to be like a permanent move, but it's like a different pace of life, and experience something, and take, like $5,000 and, live in a different country for a couple months. I think that is important, and it does wonders for yourself. It completely does wonders. So that is my question for Audria Davis. So thank you for asking me that. Let me know if you guys have, like, any follow-up questions to that. Let me see if you guys have asked. What is my experience dating Tanzanian men? Did I get a chocolate Tanzanian man? Oh, Lord. Hey, welcome to the chat room. Welcome to Full Soul Travel, this live. Okay, so I don't personally want to talk about my complete dating experience because I'm private. But what I can say is I have dated, and I can say that men are the same everywhere in the sense. men and women are the same, but I will say that there are a lot of cultural differences. I am very American. My mindset, everything about me, like the way I view life, and then also not only am I from America, but I am a cultured, worldly woman who's traveled the world and kind of done and lived on her own. So I think my perspective of life is completely different than maybe even from a Tanzanian woman. So dating me, it's going to be a different experience. But I will say that if you are a single woman, there are plenty of men. I've said this in other videos. There are plenty of men here. And then, if you're a man, there are plenty of women here. I think it just really comes down to like finding the right vibe and connection and seeing if you can, make things work with if there are those differences or, if you really gel with somebody. But I hope that answers your question, because I don't want to talk too personally about my own situation, but just in general. Let me see. What kind of visa do you have that you don't have to leave the country? Oh, you do have to leave the country. Every 3 months you have to leave the country. I'm on a tourist visa, so I want to stay in Tanzania, so I'm working towards getting a business visa, which still will require me to, I think you would need to leave the country every 3 months, or you have to pay every 3 months. So, no, I take that back. You can get a business visa, then you can apply for residency, and you can get a work permit in residency. So I'm working towards figuring out if that's something I want to do. Or you can, as a woman, you can get married to a Tanzanian man, and that process is easier. I'm not really sure exactly, because I have not gone through that, but those are some options. As far as this is not a thing anymore. So if you're coming here, I know several people who've gotten shut down as far as the student visa, who've paid their money and they weren't able to get it. So I would not come here with this in mind anymore. I think just maybe too many of us were talking about it, and it should have just been kept under the rug, from what I hear with people. So if you are coming here and you want to live here, like you want to repatriate here, then you will have to go through the process of getting residency, I believe. But I don't know that much about visas. I don't really too deeply on it, because I don't want to give you guys misinformation, but I do know as far as the student visas, you can actually check out No Limit Edit. He did a video about his experience with the student visa, and I have some personal friends who have gone through the whole shutdown of the visas, the student visa. So I would do your research. I would do your own research as far as the student visas go. Okay, so I'm going to take another question from the questions that were asked in the community tab. Let me see. Okay, so this is a question from his name, or her name is DM. Let me take this thing down. And it says, do you think residing in Tanzania is permanent at this time? And then the other part was, I hope you visit Ghana soon. I think it might be a good fit for you. What in life is permanent? Nothing. So I don't know. I don't know. I still am I don't know. But I will say that I could see myself living here for several years. I could see myself establishing a business, maybe an NGO here. And then also I could see myself owning a home here, especially if I marry a Tanzanian man, if that happens. I could see myself having a base here, but in general, how I want to build and structure my life is to still be multi-coastal. I would love to experience West Africa, and then I want to live in Mexico. Like I want to have a home in Mexico. So that's kind of what I would love to be here. Have a place maybe in Ghana. Have a place in Mexico. Yeah, that's just a dream and vision of mine that I see, and I think Mexico because it's close to my family, but it's also Mexico, which is beautiful and the food is delicious. But I don't think I will permanently want to move back to the West. Well, I know I don't. I don't think I permanently want to move to Mexico. I definitely want to live in Africa for sure. So, but if that's how I would like to create my life. So that is the question about, is Tanzania permanent? Okay, so this next question is from Nuru World Insight. I don't know if you're on this live, but I see you all the time. By spending half a year in TZ, how do you feel and experience Tanzania and Tanzanians? Okay, so I kind of, what? I don't regret Tanzania. What are you talking about? I'm getting distracted by these comments. Okay, so there's a big cultural difference, but I think that Tanzanian people are some of the sweetest, kindest people. Like, so I've been creating some like weekly vlogs to show you guys what my life is like here. So you guys will see like just within my neighborhood how, you know, people welcome me, you know, from, I don't want to give too much away, but because I've been working on these like weekly vlogs, so you guys can actually see what's happening. But I would say I, for the most part, people are really, really, really sweet here and kind and generous and happy to help, and warm. And I love that about Tanzania. When I first got here, don't think I was able to see that, but I also was. When you're new here, you kind of, if you don't know people, you may run into some janky people. So I kind of filtered through some of those people. And now I think that, like, I love my neighborhood. You know, I'm staying in my apartment longer. I just really love this neighborhood. And this has been such a huge part of my like growth here in Tanzania and just the people in the community here. So yeah, I think that answers that question. Let me see what's next. And then I'm gonna get back to the chat room. Let me see. There must be a reason. Is this? Someone just said there must be a reason why your heart chose Tanzania. Trust the Lord. Be a good place for you. Okay, do I think Tanzania? Okay, so this question is, do I think Tanzania is the best place to live? I don't know. I mean, this goes back to what I was saying about before you decide to come. Don't fully base everything on YouTube and YouTubers because you have to know that like my experience is not going to be your experience because we are not the same person. We don't have the same energy. I think that it is a great country. It's a very affordable country and there's so much beauty here. I know a lot of people don't really travel. They kind of stay in Dar or maybe they stay in Arusha or maybe they even stay in Zanzibar. I've been doing some traveling and I'm going to be doing more traveling. This country is a gem. It's like a hidden gem. I could see why they weren't really promoting it. Just when I've traveled, the few places that I've been to, I'm blown away. And in the future, I want to go to Mwanza. I want to go to Mbeya. I want to go to Dodoma. I just kind of want to see Tanzania, and I think in that aspect, it's beautiful. I think if you want to live here long term, like I said, it's an affordable country. The food is cheap. The people are friendly. So I think that it could be a great country for you to live in. Okay, so let me look at the chat room. So is the student visa problem mostly for Americans or for everybody? I have no idea. I just know that community that I am, and I put that loosely because I just kind of wrote with myself, but I think it's with Americans and people from the UK. So maybe diasporans, but I don't know if like other races that are coming here to study, like let's say you're from China, or you're from Israel, you know, if they're having those same issues. How you regret to come to Tanzania? I do not. I do not regret coming to Tanzania. What type of professionals are in need in Tanzania? Whatever type you are, I think that you can kind of build and create. I think there's just a lot of opportunities here. I think you can kind of build and create life that you want. So whatever you are good and talented at, that you can, it could be utilized here. Yeah. But if you want to ask more of an in-depth question about that, you can go ahead and ask that. Yeah. Message for life: don't be distracted. That's been me the last month. Super distracted. It's not hot right now. It's definitely not hot right now. It's kind of cooler in Dar, and then I went to Arusha a couple of weeks ago. It was cold. Check out those vlogs. Y'all are not watching my vlogs like that, so I don't know why, but they're good, and check them out so you can see other parts of Tanzania. Yeah, I want to go to Mwanza, to the Rock City. I haven't seen your name in a while. Welcome back, Kaka. Okay, so let me see what else these questions are at. Okay. Someone else, I get a lot of questions about like dating here. I will say at one point I was on a dating app, but I was on Tinder. I never met anybody. I talked to like 2 people off of it. I'm just really weird about meeting people that I don't know off of like dating apps. So I wasn't like fully committed to it, but I know that that's a way to meet people, but I just kind of let things kind of happen organically, I guess. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Tonga. So I went through Tonga. I want to explore Tonga. There are really beautiful places in Tonga, Lesotho, in that region. Gorgeous. I did a trip. I did a video. I think it was called the Kilimanjaro region. There was like 3 vlogs. So we drove through Tonga to get to Moshi. We drove through Lesotho. Also, when I came back from Arusha, on the bus ride, I was just like, I looked out the window. It was just the most beautiful, hilly, beautiful green, lush hills over and over and over. And that was Lesotho. I was like, okay, I have to come back. And a friend of mine did a trip. He was showing me pictures of Lesotho. There's some mountain there. Maybe you can tell me if you know. There's some mountain there that looks amazing. So I want to see that. But yeah. There are other regions. I don't think that people should just be like tied down to Dar. There are other regions here that you can have a different quality of life that are really, really beautiful. Like I would personally love to live in Moshi, which is about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours from Arusha. I love nature, and I mean, I'm an earth sign. I love any type of nature. I love how green it was. For me, I was like sold, and there was like a certain part that we went to on this hike. It was super hilly. I love a hill and a view and like lush green. You don't really get that here in Dar es Salaam. So I'm missing that. But I do also love the ocean. So I think that it's like pick one or the other. But just because I grew up by the ocean, so I love being able to have access to the ocean, which like this morning in my neighborhood, I just walked to Cocoa Beach. And people were out there surfing. It was early. It was nice. really beautiful, quiet beach that's clean. Let me see. Yes. I've felt very, hold on for a second. You coming up? Oh. I have definitely feel like I've felt very welcomed here. And I don't necessarily, yeah, I felt welcome here. Like anytime I get in an Uber, you know, when they hear my voice, they're like, oh, where are you from America? Where are you from? What city are you from? Most people here, especially young people, know about Western culture. Usually everywhere you go, you're going to hear Black music, R&B, hip hop, soul, everywhere you go. I mean, our influence is strong. People are gonna definitely know. I mean, I'm from LA, so most people are gonna know about LA, Hollywood, or they'll bring up Kobe, or they'll bring up something about LA because it's a famous city. But yeah, I feel welcome. I feel like people are like so surprised. Like, why did you come here? Why are you all the way here? Because I do think that Africans or Tanzanians still have a strong desire to go west. And I mean, I'm not knocking it. I get it. Because for me, I'm a traveler. I feel like everybody should experience whatever they want to experience in the world. But I do think there is like some built up, almost like obsession with the West. And I think that people here don't really see how dope they are. They don't know their worth completely. And I think it's slowly changing here with the younger people, especially in the creative world. But Tanzanians are dope and their culture is dope, and it doesn't need to die off and become this Western city. This is just my opinion. I talked to a lot of my Tanzanian kakas about this, and yeah. So if you're Tanzanian, like you can live an amazing life here. You don't necessarily have to go to the West. You can create whatever you want here and attract, international people here because of the culture, because it's so different. Let me see. I have never heard of this area, but I will look it up. Mambo Kaka, welcome to the live. Always good to see your name. Peace and love, my sis, Miss Blue Love. Welcome to the live. Thanks to social media. You're probably talking about the obsession with the West, yeah. I mean, the thing is, with social media, puts everybody on an even playing field, but I honestly think because of oppression and I don't mean to offend you. This is just my honest opinion. I think because of colonization, one, I think also because of religion, and I think that because people here are being torn away from tradition, that they don't, like I said, they don't see their value. So of course you're gonna look at, pop culture and idolize that and want to kind of emulate that. But I do think it's important if you are from somewhere to just be who you are. Like, I'm never going to be a Tanzanian woman. I'm always going to be a woman from LA. It's like I always embrace how I was raised, what I've learned, but also know that I have capacity to take new things in. But I do think that Tanzania could be like a Nigeria or Ghana or South Africa or Ethiopia as far as culture, if people start to re-embrace their culture and really like get back to love. And I won't say get back because I'm not saying that it's like completely gone, but in general, if they start like we're Tanzanians, not that they don't do that, kind of like not being able to express myself right. But I do, from talking to people, like for instance, I've brought this up before, when people get married here, they're not really doing traditional weddings here. So it's like, if you look at a Nigeria, you know what a Nigerian wedding is gonna look like. You know what an Ethiopian wedding is going to look like. You know what an Indian wedding is going to look like. You know what a Ghanaian wedding is going to look like. Or, maybe even like a Chinese wedding or something. But what does a Tanzanian wedding look like? So I've seen a lot of people that their weddings just look very Western. So they're not really incorporating culture in there. But I do think that that's something that shouldn't be lost, and it should be very embraced. And you guys should be very proud to be from here, because you guys are a beautiful people. So let's see. Have you made some Tanzanian friends? Yes, a few. Not a lot. I'm not like a big friend person. Like, I don't have like huge numbers of friends. But yeah, I have a few good friends I can call, and, we hang out. If I have advice, if I need help, or if they need help, vice versa. I've met some good people here, mostly men that I've met. I have one good sister, Gima, that I met before I even got here. Well, that's like the only person that I kind of knew, but I met her at the airport in India for like an hour. But yeah, I have one female friend here that's Tanzanian, and I have a few male friends. It's easier for me. It's easier when I travel to meet men than women. That's just the way it goes. But yeah, and I have other American friends. I have an Indian friend. I have, that's it. So welcome to the live. Nice to see you too. We became one global village. I don't know what that means, like what you're referring to, but let me see. Peace system. Many seem to be leaving Tanzania. Yeah, I have several friends who've left, and it's really sad. It's really sad because I'm like, those are like my friends I was doing stuff with, making plans with, and like now they're gone. So it's like, I don't want to say a restart over. I do have, I think I've been focusing more on like my Tanzanian friends, because I'm like, they're not going anywhere. But I have seen people leave. I do know that the people who have left have the intention of coming back. But if you got to go back and come back, get yourself right, or go visit family, or go travel to another country, you got to do that. But it's possible. Not everybody wants to stay here forever. Not everybody's intention was to stay here forever, especially because a lot of people move here to escape the lockdown. Now the world is open, so people can kind of go back to what they were doing if they wanted. But it is a real thing. People are leaving. Okay, so if you guys are just tuning in, welcome Full Soul Travel. Please hit the like button. There's also, if you want to support the channel, you can leave a super chat, or what is that other thing called? I don't know. I don't even know what these things are called, but I'm trying to say it more because some people told me to say it. But you are more than welcome to celebrate my 6 months here by showing me some love. What is my favorite food over there? So, okay, I love cassava. I love the cassava, like the cassava. I love the cassava chips. I love the palau dishes. Those are like the rice palau dishes. So where I get my nails done, they're not done right now, but where I get my nails done, the girl had just ordered me like this huge, when I tell you huge plate, like this whole container, like plate for a palau. It had chicken and it had beans, like refried beans, but like almost like Mexican beans, but better. Some type of sauce, like pili pili sauce, and some greens. And when I tell you, it was 3,000 T shillings. Mind you, I live in Mississauga, Masaki, so I go to like, cafes where I'm spending like 18,000 for a meal that's basic, you know, or if this is when I'm eating out. For the most part, I like to cook at home. But like when I was like, what? You can get all this food for $3,000? I mean, 3,000 T shillings. Or when I'm with, you know, a male friend and he will order some local food. It's kind of like the same thing. So I love that. And I'm not eating meat right now, but last month I was. So I also love the mishkaki beef with some plantains, like some real fried plantains and some chips. It's pretty good. The fish here is good because it's so fresh. So like I like to go, Masaki has like really good like fried fish, like really good fish that I like, but I haven't explored into like more of the local aspects of that. Okay, so let me see where y'all. Greetings, peace and love, welcome. Hey sis, hey Dada, welcome you guys. A lot of you guys, I've seen your names. You guys have kind of been on here since I started posting, so I appreciate you guys. I have no idea. I haven't really been able to explore like the history aspect of being here. Yeah. Yeah, it's something I'm still like, I mean, I'm pretty I pick up on stuff very easily, but I can see how that has really messed things up here. But I would say more colonialism, but I don't really know completely about socialism, but like colonialism for sure. Bruh, you asking some deep questions. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Long time. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for watching my videos. Yeah, that was the last video I did in Arusha. If you guys have not watched that vlog, go ahead and watch it. And if you're in Arusha and you go to the Maasai village market, please check out Miss Jacqueline. She's a sweetheart, for real, for real. The experience I had with some women from certain African nations was not very good. They tend to be, they think you're, I don't know. I can't say that I have experience with African women in that capacity. I mean, I have relationships with my neighbors. There's, you know, young women there, you know, they're very sweet to me. There's like a BB across the street. I don't really, and you know, when I do go out and stuff, you know, young Tanzanian women are always like nice and sweet. I did have like a trip experience where it was kind of a little weird energy, but I don't know. I can't really answer that because I don't really only have one Tanzanian girlfriend here, so I can't really. That wasn't even a question. You were just saying the facts, but yeah. I don't know. I'm not making any bad videos about Tanzania. I don't know. Maybe I should. I'll get more views because y'all are not watching any of my vlogs anymore. I don't know. I think that maybe people are just kind of sharing their experiences. I don't know. But if you're talking about like people talking about why Tanzanians are moving, Traveling Sister did a video on that, and it's really good. You should watch it because her and Biggs definitely spit some facts, and it will help you if you're moving here or if you're here already. I don't know. I don't go to language school, so I would do your own research or maybe find someone else, another vlogger who has done it. Oh, thank you, A Ford. I appreciate is this the super chat? I don't even know what this is, but I appreciate the love. You guys are more than welcome to add to it. It does help me out. It helps channel out for sure. Let me see. Sorry. Okay. Samosas. I love samosas, but I don't know what this is in reference. No. Oh, you're probably talking about the food thing. Samosas is Indian. But I love samosas, but I don't really eat it that much. For some reason, I can't really get into Indian food here. Because I know that there's a cross culture of Indian, like the chapatis is Indian, the samosas are Indian. But it's not something that like today, for instance, I went on this walk. If you follow me on Instagram, you can kind of see more of like my day to day here because I do post now. I'm back to posting on Instagram, but in my stories. So this morning I went on a walk to Cocoa Beach and I just got some a coconut after my walk, but I sat down at this woman's shop. And maybe when I'm doing it like a detox right now, so maybe when I'm off it, I'll do a video with her. But she was just like rolling up some chapati. She had a little fire thing going on. And she was serving people chapati and beans. And I was asking her, I was like, is this a traditional Swahili breakfast? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. But I know that chapati is definitely Indian because when I was there, it was like everywhere. That equals like $1.40 around there, $1.50. Yeah, it's not very. So one US dollar is 2,300 T shillings. So it's less. It's like $1 and some change. You're looking healthy as well. Great to see you thriving in Tanzania. Yes, I have been. If you watch some of my older videos, I definitely said the first 6 months I'm focused on my health and my weight loss. I was literally at my heaviest weight when I got here, and I decided to just not hide it, not wait until I lost the weight, and just show up as my full soul self as I was in the moment. But I will say that being here, I will do a video about health and wellness here because I have lost a significant amount of weight and counting, but there are certain things that I've done here as far as like my wellness, as far as like some of the natural supplements and herbs that you can get here. So I do plan on doing a video. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in hearing my, experience losing weight here, but also the access to healthy fruits and vegetables that are banging, like delicious. You'll see in my vlog coming up, it's more about like health and wellness because I just started a 30-day, from July, the month of July, I'm going raw. Well, I went raw. I'm raw right now. So I'm only eating raw food. So I eat a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of juices. I have a juice guy, a couple juice people you guys will see in the videos. So let's see. My bad. I thought in your time you would have been exposed to a museum or some history. Thank you for the good one. Have a good one. The only museum I went to was in Arusha. I did a video on that, but I don't really know what you're referring to as far as history. I have people who have told me stuff, but I don't really know what you're referring to because it seems kind of random. But if you want to ask more in-depth questions, go ahead. Oh, welcome, DC. Yes. Wait, I'm sorry. Did I offend you? I hope I didn't say anything that was offensive. I was just saying that Tanzanians are beautiful people and that I love y'all. So I know that people are still grieving, but I don't know what I said to offend you. But please do not get offended. Oh yeah, the chips my yeah, that was pretty good. That was good. I cannot eat that all the time though, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I try to be mindful with everybody. I don't really know. I don't know if I should, I'm not going to share this story now. I'm going to actually ask my friend if she maybe wants to come on, but I have a friend who had a very, very, very challenging turn of events with someone that she was seeing that she broke up with and did not like that. And it was not good. There's a video of a young lady, I believe her name is Where is Navia? And she talks about getting threatened here by Tanzanian men. And I believe, what's her name? The Black Travelista also talks about something like that. So my friend personally has had something similar that has happened. So I think there are certain kind of red flags. But I'll see if she's interested in sharing that story, or if I can kind of like reshare her story if she doesn't want to come on personally. But I think that in general, maybe the way that women are perceived here is not definitely not as equals. So I think that affects the way people are treated. But yeah. Okay, so I live in Mississauga. I live like right off of the bay. So it's like the Indian Ocean. It's like Mississauga Bay. So I personally love this area. I believe, no, I know Gold Black was living in this neighborhood also. I think before he left the country, I think he was living in a different neighborhood. I mean, he left Mississauga, but I know that he was living in this neighborhood. Um, but a lot of diasporans moved to Mbezi Beach. They moved to Kawe Beach area. They moved to Bahari Beach. These are like going north. And then they're living in Mikocheni. I live in Mississauga. There's people who I know who are here. And then Masaki are kind of like the hot areas, quote, quote. And then people also live in Posta, which is like the downtown area. So as far as rent, personally, I would say James Smith, back to like what I was saying before, just have a self-evaluation about what you want and what you need, like what you know, like, okay, well, I know I need to have, some people need to have a washing machine. Some people need to have, a certain feeling in their apartment, a certain newness to it, or they need to be in a house. I think you have to figure out that, break down like what your needs are, and then build upon that. Like, do you want to live in a neighborhood you can walk around? Like, do you want to live like I live on a paved street. I didn't want to live on off-road street because I knew that it could be challenging trying to get an Uber just, with the rain and stuff. So I think it just depends, where I live, there's a mixture of both. But if you go to Masaki, I don't think there's any, well, there are some off-road streets, but for the most part, it's more paved. But if you live in, Senza or like to get to, or like different parts, you may get more of like a mixture. So but those are the areas that the most diasporans live in. But like I said, there are other areas that are nice, less expensive. You'll have more of a local experience, but it just depends on if you want to venture into those areas. Monthly expenses is going to depend on what your own budget is. I don't really advertise it, but I do consultations when people email me. So if you are interested in getting a consultation about not just Tanzania, but if you want to travel, or you want to solo travel, or you want to move to another country, I've traveled all over. So you can email me and we can set up a call to kind of help you figure out where you should be, and to kind of help you also work on some of the healing processes to get you ready. Oh, okay, you missed that. But yeah, I'm here. I love it. I love it. I like living here. I wanna stay here. I pretty much said that I want to be based here, and maybe if I marry a Tanzanian, I'll stay here. Um, but I would love in general to have homes around the globe. Like I would love maybe Ghana or like somewhere in West Africa and then in Mexico. But yeah. TZ rent is very affordable. It is extremely affordable. Not only is the rent affordable, the food, most things here are affordable when you get out of trying to buy stuff from back home. Going to Kenya. I still haven't been to Kenya. I want to visit. Yes, I am personally a dry faster. It is something that I do often. So what's helped me with my 6, 7, almost 70 pounds weight loss is I do fasting days, or sometimes I'll go, a week of fasting, or I'll do like a 3-day dry fast. I'm actually really like a nerd when it comes to fasting, but the longest, I don't even know if I should tell you this because most people are going to think this is crazy when they find out what dry fasting is. The longest dry fast I've done is 10 days though. I prefer dry fasting over water fasting. If you don't know what dry fasting is, it's pretty much no food and water. So Muslims do it through Ramadan, through the day, but they do eat at night. So it's not the same as like full on nothing. But when you fast, and this is just going to be a quick little synopsis of like what happens to the body when you fast, is your body goes when you dry fast, it's faster. Like the speed up is faster. So when you are fasting, your body goes into the state of ketosis, and that means that your body is now using your fat for fuel. But then the beautiful and amazing part about dry fasting, which I love, is that your body goes into the state of autophagy, and autophagy pretty means just like it's eating itself. So autophagy will go in and eat the cells. So it's like self-consuming. So it's a really great way to cleanse and heal your body, because the best way to heal your body is to not do anything and just let it do itself. So with dry fasting, you may think, oh, that's crazy. Like you're not drinking any water. You're going to die. You don't have water. The human body is a powerful machine. It is highly intelligent if we allow it to be. So when you dry fast, your body produces its own water. It's called metabolic water. That is one of the best waters you can have. So not only do you have, ketosis, which is like you're eating, like it's burning all the fat off, which is good. But then autophagy is killing old cells. So one of the things, I'm not going to really show you, but behind this ear, I had this like keloid forever. And I don't know if my sister is watching this live right now. She used to call me an alien because it would just be back here. And it was like kind of discolored. It's gross. I'm not going to go into more details about it. But it was there since I was literally like 15 years old, and I'm in my 30s. Okay. So, but this one couple years ago, I did a dry fast, and that joint is gone. Like it's gone from the dry fast. So it literally, when you dry fast, it eats the cells that are like, it has no purpose. It doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it'll eat out the dead cells, but it eats the cells that are like garbage, pretty much. It goes in, it's like clears out the garbage. So that's why this huge kilo that was there for 15 years is gone. like completely gone. So yeah, I love dry fasting. I did a day of dry fasting the other day. I want to do like 3 days. Yeah. Thank you for asking that. Let me see. It is the perfect place. If you are in bad health, and a lot of Americans are, you need to come to Africa, because not only do you get the peace, do you get to look at people who look like you, so that's healing. Do you get the ancestral, healing from just being back at the place that your ancestors were stolen from? Do you get the pace of life that's different? Do you get the affordability? But do you get to just walk down the corner and buy like a big thing of watermelon or pineapples that taste like, me and my friend were just talking the other day because she's also doing this raw thing with me. And so I have a pineapple guy. You'll see in my weekly vlog, but I have a pineapple guy, this little kid around the corner. And here in Tanzania, the pineapples taste so sweet. So sweet. You can eat the core. If you're in America or other places, God forbid the UK, okay, they got the worst fruit up there. You cannot eat the core. The core is like you always cutting out that part. So how I discovered even how good the core was, so I go there on my little afternoon walk or whatever, and he's like, he'll chop up the stuff and put it in a plastic bag, and he was chopping up the core, and I was like, no, Kaka, I don't need that. And he was like, try it. And I was like, no, it's gonna be hard. And he was like, no, it's fine. So I tried. It was so soft and like supple and sweet. You can eat the core. If that's not, yeah. For those of you like who are just new tuning in, go check out some of my previous videos. I was even looking at it like, damn, like I was going through it last year. I put on so much weight. And I'm not even at my like normal weight. I'm like 40 pounds heavier than like my normal, but still, like my skin, my face is like slims. I mean, I've lost a significant amount of weight here. And it helps with your well-being, like the processed foods that we put in our bodies, like the fast food, all this stuff has chemicals. I think it's just really designed to have you disconnected from self. Like, how much more connected are you allowed to be when you're eating food that come from the ground? Like, I love going to my pineapple guy because he gets them fresh from the farm. It's like, this is fresh. Like, the goal eventually is to have your own garden, but like it's fresh. And it's affordable. You can do it. Okay. Keep it up. It's definitely working. Thank you. Watch when I get to my 1 year video. Y'all are not even gonna be able to recognize me. I promise you. Peace and blessings, melanated royalty. I saw that video. She had to leave. Yeah. Similar situation with someone that I know in regards to that. Greetings. Men and women are not equal. That's why. I don't really want to go into this topic, but I can. But there is a difference, I would say, in the way that like you're treated in the States versus, at least the way that you're viewed in the States versus you're viewed here. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that, and I'm only speaking from America, is like, as Black women or women in general, you have the opportunity to earn a higher, greater living, versus here, it's not the same. So there is that inequality where men kind of work more than the women, or even like maybe get paid more, which that is still the case in the States, but it's still more of like a livable living. That's just my opinion on that. Thank you. It's the cultural differences you have to know before you start dating. I don't know how you would know that before you start dating. I feel like I'm learning cultural differences as I'm dating. It's like, oh, we don't even actually. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about myself. I really don't want to talk about my own dating life, but yeah, thank you for that. Also, why go to a conservative country? I like it here. I mean, though it is conservative, um, I like Tanzania. I don't care if it's conservative or not. I don't think it's that conservative to the point where, you can't be yourself. I think it's always good to be mindful of how you dress and how you appear. And you also want to respect the culture. But I think it's beautiful. Oh, I can't afford Kenya. I don't really have a desire to live in Kenya. Um, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Police Sunday. I've heard stories like that, so I don't know. Nobody has done that to me. So, I mean, I'm tall, so I tower over all these dudes out here. Not to say that they won't try me, but I'm pretty tall. Let's see. Yes, Mrs. Sunny is very nice. Hello, Edwin. Greetings to you. Mbezi area. Mbezi, so there's two Mbezis. There's like Mbezi Beach and then there's Mbezi. So I was just actually in Mbezi area. The orphanage that we were working with is in Mbezi area. That is like a whole other world. I honestly feel like I've been in some kind of bubble and I'm like starting to see the vastness of Dar es Salaam, and I don't know that much about it, honestly, when it comes down to outside of the few areas that I told you about. But Dar is so busy. It's so big. There's so many other areas. And Mbezi is huge. And Mbezi Beach is small. So Mbezi Beach is by the water and Mbezi is like inland. But it looked popping. Like it was so active today. So many people were out and about. Yes, the harassment was too much, so they moved to Ghana. Yeah. Peace and blessings to you. Let me see. Are there any places as far as Airbnbs to go to? I put up one video with the Airbnb. I think as far as the Airbnbs, it will just be based off of what you look for. Like, so for me, when I'm traveling, I'm considering my budget, how much I want to spend a night. I also like cute, unique places. And then I like to be near the city center or near, areas that I heard of before. I don't ever want to live like be in an Airbnb outside of the city unless I'm intentionally trying to have a different experience. So I would research Airbnb in Masaki, Misasani, and Mbezi, Bahari Beach, those areas, or downtown Posta area. Yeah. Yeah, insecurity is a real thing. And it's universal, for sure. I did a video on, I have my weekly vlog coming up. It's going to have a video with the herbs and the oils and all that stuff. Let me see. Yo, bruh. Oh, okay. First of all, I don't know who you are, but you talking kind of reckless on my show. So I feel I feel comfortable in Tanzania. I don't know what's giving you the impression of, okay, I've skipped over a lot of stuff. Let me go back down. But I don't know, I've given the impression I don't like Tanzania. You can go. Because if you don't know, we're not about that. I don't even know what that is, but I was just in your hood yesterday. I went to the beach. I thought of you for sure. Um, yeah. I'm realizing the whole dating lightly thing here. Um, yeah. I also think that is a cultural difference because in America, people date lightly. People date very, what is the word I'm looking for? It's it's not that serious. Like you can meet somebody, you can even sleep with somebody, and it won't be serious. But here, it doesn't seem. I mean, that is the cultural difference. I think that the way that the West isn't the best. I don't. But it's set up more casual, you know. So I think for us coming here, that is an adjustment, and then for people, if you are dating someone that's American, you know, they may go on a date with you or hang out with you for a while, but maybe not really vibe with you like that, and you may be thinking something else because of the cultural differences. But I do think that we should embrace the culture here more than the West, personally, in that regards. Um, okay, sorry. I have heard the Tanzanian men don't respect women. Can you talk about that? I mean, I kind of talked about it a little bit, but I haven't personally felt disrespected by Tanzanian men. I think there are cultural differences, but I do feel like, you know, the men that I encounter are very, very respectful towards me. Very respectful. I mean, you're gonna meet an asshole. Like that's assholes are everywhere. So, you know, disrespectful men are everywhere. But I would not say that it's like, oh yeah, all the men are don't respect women here. I mean, I feel like there's other cultures that may be even stronger. Like I said, I think it's more cultural differences and understanding and like maybe how men view women here and then how we view ourselves and like as a woman, how we view ourselves and how we're able to like do life is completely different than what a man here may view a woman's capacity in that regard. But there are disrespectful, there are, you know, assholes everywhere. So um, I would not say as a whole, Tanzanian men don't respect women because I have not experienced that. No. As a woman traveling alone, have you had instances where men violate your rights? No. I'm really trying to think about that since I've been here. No, I mean for the most part, my experience with men here have been nice. Even I'll tell you guys this little story. So you'll see the guy in my vlog coming up, but there's a guy on my street that's a fundi. I think that means like a tailor. This old guy. Old Tanzanian guy. He's always smiling at me. He's always like waving. So I started taking my stuff there. Like he gets so excited when he see like he's just sweet. So I went to go pick up my clothes and we're just chilling. Oh, I was chilling at his shop inside, and all these kids came. Like literally, I never experienced this. All these neighborhood kids came and like just ran all on me, like my lap. They were like on my phone. They were just like so curious and excited about me. It was the cutest thing. So after they left, the Baba asked me, you know, am I married? I'm like, no, I'm single. He's like, do you have children? I'm like, I don't have children. And he's like, I'm gonna give you some children. Mind you, I was looking at him like, oh, he's like a father figure, like a daddy, and he was looking at me like I'm trying to be your zaddy. But I mean, still, like, I wasn't offended by it. I mean, he was this old guy. He ended up telling me he has like 8 kids, but he's like 70 something, talking about he's gonna give me a kid. But that was funny. But I feel like in other places, like if that was like an old white man, I would be offended. I'd be like, you know. But it was all sweet. Thank you. I don't know what you're referring to, but sometimes you don't know that you're not interested. That's how you get to know people. Like, it's not like you just meet somebody and, oh my God, I'm interested and I love you forever. You can be somewhat interested or maybe not even interested and still want to get to know them. Like, you don't have to, anyways. I don't know who you are, but maybe you're new to my channel, but I don't like your energy. So bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. Let me get back because that was a distraction. I'm all about good vibes. Like if you, and I'm not saying that I am not a dictatorship. You could say what you want, but don't be disrespectful. Like I'm not over here in your face being mean. It's just uncalled for. That's just not the energy that I want to put out, and I don't know why you want to put that out. Yes, dry fasting eats the bad cells first. Okay, I'm just kind of getting to that. You should definitely research that. When I do like more of like my in-depth health video, I'll talk about it more. Sorry guys. They should ask. Listen, when it comes to meeting somebody, when it comes to marriage, it's all about being, you know, meeting your divine partnership or meeting the right person for you. It's timing, it's placement, it's where you are. It's like, you know, any of those women could have had a bad situation with the Tanzanian man if they met the wrong person, if they're at the wrong place, or that other woman or my friend could have met their husbands here. It's like, these things happen. They happen all over the world. Literally, you can go anywhere. You can literally go anywhere and have a bad experience with a man or amazing experience, vice versa. I don't think it's necessarily about the location. Just there's bad people everywhere and there's good people. That just comes with, I don't even want to say they're bad people. I think that people just are on a particular part of their journey that may not be as well. So yes, people who look like you is healing. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. There's different levels to it. I would say from not to talk about what someone that I know whose experience is, I think that certain people may have some mental like unstableness because a stable mental person that's healthy, loving, they love themselves, they love other people, they're not going to harass you if they're showing you that they don't want you. They're just not going to do that. So that, I think that's like a case by case individual kind of situation. Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't see this whole video. I don't really want to talk about it, but I was just using that as an example. Thank you. I kicked that guy out. Thank you, Dada. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this live right now, but there's a lot of new names here, which I love and I welcome. But let's keep it respectful. Like, treat people the way you want to be treated. You know. I'm gonna skip over some of this stuff. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Are you asking this guy how tall are you, or are you asking me? He was probably short. No offense. Good evening. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think that people can share their experience, but I don't really feel like you can paint Tanzania bad because it's such a beautiful country. And if you're watching these videos, take everything with a grain of salt. People are showing you what they want to show. I show you guys what I want to show you. I don't show you I show you such a small, sometimes I'm like, I'm stuck at vlogging because I have really amazing experiences and I don't share it. I'm not vlogging. So take everything with a grain of salt. Like, I have a friend here who she's like, she watches everybody and she kind of picks up off of like, who's saying the same things over and over? What are some of the same, what are some of the common threads? And like, use your intuition. And just because someone may have had a bad experience when it comes to dating or when it comes to housing or when it comes to dalalis or when it comes to whatever, take that as a grain of salt. Even being overcharged, take that as a grain of salt, because that should not paint this country as a bad place. And if you feel that way, then don't come here. Don't experience the beauty. I feel like the good outweighs the bad. But again, for a lot of people who have never traveled, every country you're gonna go to, you're gonna experience that in some capacity. If you're off of the traveling state of being like a tourist, when you're not just on vacation, when you get to actually live somewhere, your experience is going to be completely different. And you will have to go through challenges. Like, it doesn't matter if you are Tanzania moving to America. It's like, it doesn't matter. We all have to face challenges in life. There is no perfect anything. So I don't think it should paint Tanzania as bad and take what the YouTubers say as, as a horror, with a grain of salt. I don't know. I don't watch her channel, so I don't know about anything that she says. Every 3 months, you have to leave the country, or you get a visa extension, or for those who are on student visas. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know the girl. She's 19. I met her once. I don't know her, but yeah, tell Tiffany. I don't watch her channel. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube. There's a couple Tanzanian YouTubers that I watch. I watch Go Black. I watch Traveling Sister. I don't really know who else here do I watch. I watch Unapologetic Nomads, but they're not here. I watch a lot of other types of videos and a lot of other types of YouTubers, but I don't know what her video was. Yes, they are respectable, but you will have, I'm sorry that happened to you. I wish you would have told me, but yeah, I'm sorry that happened, but that you could have been in New York City and that happened. I think it is like, yeah, sort of. It's like a boutique kind of B&B place. But yeah, that is another possibility, but you just have to figure out if that's what you want. But yeah, her place is right off of the ocean. It's really nice. I never said that Tanzanian men are not respecting me. I never said that. I actually said the opposite. I said that Tanzanian men have respected me. I feel like I've been treated kindly, warmly, nicely by Tanzanian men. So I don't know if this was referring to me or to someone else. But I kind of answered that already. I said there are cultural differences in how they approach women. If you're not interested, I think that, yeah, I think in general, if you're not interested in somebody, you should tell them that. I do. I try to be honest with people. Um, but as far as this topic of don't go out there and be telling people Full Soul Travel said Tanzanian men are not respecting me, because that's not the case at all. It's like, that's not the case. So I don't know why. It's like, are we playing telephone? I don't know what's happening. There are a lot of cultural differences. Again, I'm going to say this one last time. I never said the Tanzanian men are bad. And I never said that. I did not say that. And I'm not saying that. And that's not my experience. I said that you can meet good people and bad people anywhere in the world. Show up anywhere, you're going to meet someone who's good, someone who's bad. So, yes, thank you. I agree. I agree, sis, but why do they have to compare Tanzanian guys to other countrymen? That creates a divide. Um, I mean, like I said this in the beginning of this live, I think the men are the same everywhere. Men and women are I mean, because we are there, the difference is going to be cultural. The difference is going to be religion. The difference is going to be, your family, your economic levels. But at the core of men and women, like, if you're a man and, you don't come home, your girl's gonna be checking for you. If you're a dude, like, there's certain things that all men do that all women do. But yeah, I don't know. Like, can we change this? I'm gonna change the subject. Okay. I don't know how we got on this. Um, uh, did I talk about this already? You can email me. I'm doing consultations for people who want to figure that out. But I think that you need to have your money saved. I also have some investments, and then I still haven't launched my e-commerce site, but there are other ways to make money while you're traveling or living here. But this is not a trip. I'm living here. I agree. Asante Sana. Yeah, my hair is getting pretty long. Let me see. I feel welcomed. I feel welcomed here. I mean, I can say, okay. I need my little, y'all are kind of stressing me out right now. My little spray. little moment for myself. Okay, listen, guys. I feel welcomed here. I will say when I first came, because of my own perceptions, because of my own travel experiences, I did not feel as welcome. But that is a cultural thing. It's more of like how I perceive the world versus how the world is here. So, but now that I have been here, I feel completely welcomed. I feel embraced. I feel loved. I feel looked after. I feel safe. I feel happy to be here. I feel honored to be in this country. I feel proud to be here. I feel proud to have Tanzanian friends. I feel proud to date Tanzanian men. I feel proud to eat Tanzanian food. I feel honored to be eating this good watermelon every day that has the seeds in it. I feel fortunate. I feel like what you have in America is nothing compared to what you can get here. Like, I feel very fortunate because this Africa is so rich in, resources, and culture and people. And there's so much beauty here that you can just take in and absorb. So I don't know about other YouTubers. I also know that, what you put out in the world, you get back. So energy is a real thing. So I have good energy. I try to put that out. I get that back. And those who don't give it back to me, I don't trip off of them because that's their own energy. That's their own karma. So yeah. Ethiopia. You guys, when you guys see Ethiopia vlog on my screen, y'all better be like, yo, pumped for me because Ethiopia is my top African country I want to visit. I want to go there for like a month. I want to do I promise you, I'm going to be fasting before this trip because I'm going to eat so much. I'm going to do a 2-week food tour, cooking lessons. Ethiopian is my favorite. As I'm doing a detox right now, and on August 1st, guess what my first meal is going to be? Ethiopian food. Oof. So good. It just doesn't make any sense. The injera, the beans, the lentils. So good. So yeah, Ethiopia is my top country. After that, I really want to go to Morocco. I've always wanted to go to Morocco. And then Senegal. I want to go to Senegal. Yeah. Okay, let me see. We got a lot of, y'all is asking a lot tonight. Let me see. Oh, I don't even know what this girl's experience was, but I can say this. Your energy matters. So what you put out is what you're going to get out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I agree. I think it's a mixture of both. I definitely agree. And I'm doing all that I can do here to build that for myself and those around me and try to contribute to Tanzania as much as I can, to the communities here, but also be in the receiving mode, because I think that when you come here, we are receiving more than we're giving, though we may have a little bit more money, well, quote, quote. We're receiving more than we're able to give here. Like I said this in one of my first videos, when you come to Africa, you are like an infant. You don't know anything. So you need someone to kind of do things for you, to help you, to guide you, to show you the way. You can't just be an infant and try to think you could just do it on your own. You're gonna die. Like, so you need community. You need other people. So yeah, I think it's like a fusing, but we are receiving more than we're giving, even though it may look like we have more to give than what we have to receive. But that's just what I think. I agree, and I've told you guys the truth. I mean, the only things I don't really talk about is my personal dating life. But I told you guys the truth. I told you when I feel homesick. I told you that I told you I don't want to. I want a Western toilet. I don't want a squat toilet. I've told you guys stuff. I try to keep it as real as possible with this experience, and that's all I can do. Yes. Okay. I'm really behind with these comments. Take everything with a grain of salt. I agree. Yeah, I think that I've visited, go back and watch my vlog. I don't know what's called, something about the Kilimanjaro region. There's 3 vlogs from that region, but I did go to, what is that lake called? Lake Chala, which I didn't even know when I was there that it was like I was looking into Kenya. I didn't know until I looked back on a map like a couple days after. But I definitely want to go to Kenya. It's so close. You know, with the COVID thing, it's like making things a little bit more challenging. But yeah, because I think they have a high case of COVID right now there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that if everyone is saying that Tanzania is unsafe, it's they're scams, all the same type of stuff, then maybe you should consider that. But I'm telling you to take everything with a grain of salt. And again, your energy matters. So you will attract what you give out. And of course you're gonna have some, I mean, I've gotten scams. I mean, it's nothing like that I'm gonna go run crying about. It happens. It literally will happen. But I don't think there's anything here with like, okay, you come here, you're not gonna be safe. You be smart. I don't walk out my house late at night by myself. You know, there's certain things that you have to do just to be mindful. You know, like I did a video about me getting robbed in India. I was out at 11:30 at night. I went against my rules by myself. I was on my phone, like not paying attention. The phone got jacked. I did a whole video and the footage is there. So I could have made a really bad video about India and be like, I got robbed and India's this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know, that was one bad experience. But let me tell you, that experience was one of the greatest lessons that I was able to learn. I don't think people take the time to sit back and be like, why is this? Because life is happening for you. So if something bad, quote, quote, does happen, take the time to look at why it's happening and what it's leading you towards. You know, they say rejection is redirection. So for me in that situation, I got redirected to a different, the last 10 days in India would not have been the same because I would have had my phone, I would have had my money, I would have, you know, maybe not been as open as, you know, to having to need people to do things with people. The woman that I met, the woman that I met at the airport, you know, trying to get a plane ticket out of India was a young Tanzanian woman who we're really good friends now. I wouldn't have any of those experiences. I wouldn't have really saw like humanity and like people show up for me and like literally strangers like just pouring love on me. And it wasn't like in a like, oh, I need everybody, but it was just like, I believe that the universe will give you what you need, you know? So even if you go through those bad situations, you hear plenty of stories about, you know, someone being in an abusive marriage and they leave, or someone getting a really sick disease and they, you know, come up with some really great charity. There's always going to be the good and the bad. It is in nature. It goes side and side. I mean, these are kind of like, I realize that a lot of people don't understand universal law. It's universal law. So even if you have something really bad that happens to you here, does not mean that this country is bad, and does not mean that you are bad. And it doesn't even mean that that person that did that to you is bad. It just means that that's something that you needed to experience to maybe send you in a different direction or open your mind. Or maybe you have to keep learning the same lesson over and over until you be like, okay, well, what is this situation trying to teach me? And that's what I was saying in the beginning. Before you come here, ask yourself those questions. And if you need help with that, reach out to me. I will help you. I do consultations and coaching and those type of things of just deeper inner work that I feel like people aren't getting. But yeah. See, sis said the same thing. Miss Blue, I didn't even see your comment. Did I not just say this? I did not see your comment. Did I not just say this? Thank you. She gets it. Miss Blue Love, thank you. Come on, what is happening right now? Like, this is real. As far as the other situation with the young lady, I think I'm overskipped a message. This person, she's young. So people they're looking up to someone, they're basing their whole life and future, they're moving across the continent based off of someone who was very, very young, and admirable to take a risk for themselves and to carve out their own future and to do something different. But at the end of the day, with age, you lack experience. So that person 20 years from now, we'll be able to look at the situation in a totally different light. Okay. I almost been on here for 2 hours. Y'all be on here with me. So I don't know how many likes there are, but go ahead and like the video. Share with a friend. If you want to leave a super chat, if you want to show me some love, go ahead and do that. Hit it below. Show us some love. I appreciate that. I also have a membership program. Miss Blue Love is a part of, a few others. It does really help. It does really help me as a creative. Yes, so I greatly appreciate that. Let me see. Okay, I've been to Tanzania, loved it. I still love it. Will live there. Long ago, I was married to Tanzania. It wasn't a good experience. I'm still traumatized from it by it. Police sign up. But I feel like you could have been like, I was married to an Indian. I was married to a dude from LA. I was married to a Mexican. I was married. All those things. I send you love, but yes, it could happen anytime trauma happens, any type of conflict. Of course, you're going to be affected by it. But I send you love and I send you healing energy. Yeah, that's there. It doesn't matter. You do what you want to do. If you want to move, you go for it. But it's true. They don't want us to have the realization of the beauty the culture, one, our own power, love, unity, support that you have here. And, you know, oh, she got a new love. Okay. Really? That's crazy. You should share your story. I don't understand either. Okay, I think I skipped that. I'm like confused. We are the same. We are definitely the same. There's just cultural differences. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a celebration. I've been here for 6 months, you guys. It may seem small to some people, but it's big. 6 months since I've been in Los Angeles, California. 6 months since I've been in New York. I mean, 6 months since I've seen family, seen hug someone I really, really love. I mean, it's so many it's so much, but it's big. And in 6 months of sharing this journey publicly with you guys, well, really, like, I think I really started in February, but you know, sharing this, it's not easy to get in front of the camera and, you know, share your journey, especially because there's a lot of critics, there's a lot of naysayers. I mean, you want to I don't pick myself apart, but it's like, it's not as easy as it looks. And it is to be a YouTuber is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I kind of low-key felt a little burnt out, but I feel like I am getting back in my groove. I'm gonna do weekly vlogs. I have a lot of videos that are like just unedited, but I have a lot of content coming up that I need to like just push out. You know what? I went to a couple stores. They're not really, I don't think the natural hair movement has been here like that. There are natural products from the States that are very expensive. Like, it doesn't even make any sense how expensive they are. But I don't really know of any Tanzanian like natural. I'm sure there are, and I want to say that does not exist. But I'm sure there is. I just don't personally know of it because I don't use any product in my hair. So I'm kind of product free, a little oil, a little spritzer, water, and that's it. Shampoo, you know, once a month or something. Why did I choose Tanzania? Tanzania chose me. I didn't choose it. It pulled me here. Transportation, I use the Bajajis. I use, you know, the car, the Uber and Bolt are like my transportation. I have not taken, actually the other day I was on a dollar for half a second, but I have not gotten to public transportation, but I believe it's pretty good and very, very affordable. But there is a lot of traffic here. I don't know. Thank you. Let's see what my kaka has to say. Well, that is to be determined. If you don't take a beautiful woman for granted, to be determined with Tanzanian men. Come back. I'm here. Y'all just be writing stuff. I'm in Tanzania. Back to where? Oh yeah, I don't take the buses. I don't know. I have not ventured with the bus system here, so I don't know. Well, lies. I just lied to you guys. I did take the bus to Arusha. That was a whole experience. Yeah. It was a smooth ride. It was just really loud. They were blasting gospel music in the morning and then like hip hop in the afternoon. Um, yeah. And Jaira. Okay, so I'm really behind on the comments, you guys. Polisana. When I visit Ethiopia, visit Somaliland, like Guatemala. I would love to. I can't wait. Yes, I do. I haven't been to Addison Dar in a minute. The last Ethiopian restaurant I went to was well. There's only two here. Raholas. Saying the name wrong, but they were really good. Me and my friends went in like really late, and they opened up their kitchen and cooked for us. The food was good. I just prefer Addison Dar. Like I love a good. If you haven't noticed, I love a good environment. So Addison Dar is like a dream, like my dream Ethiopian restaurant. As far as the ambiance, I've never been to such a beautiful Ethiopian restaurant in my life. And the service is great. The food is great. I mean, yeah, it's really beautiful. I don't know. I don't know what Tiffany said. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we do have a lot of trauma. It takes time. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm completely healed from trauma from my own life, family stuff. I will say that being here, a lot of things have come up to the surface even more. A lot of old trauma, especially when it comes to like dating, traumas come up from the past. Things will come up, but that's how you heal. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, hey there. I don't know what that means. Mm. Yes. Yes, universal law. Are you in Ghana now? Uh, thank you. Thank you. So sweet. I agree. You got to travel, you got to experience things. I mean, I know a lot of people, like for instance, my young brother, No Limit Eddie, shout out to him. You guys don't know him, his channel, he's a solid young dude with a good head on his shoulder. You know, he packed his bags and moved here from LA, like sight unseen, he never been on an airplane. And he moved here and now he's realizing like Tanzania is not for him and he wants to go experience other countries. I don't think that that is wrong. I don't think that that makes it a bad country. I don't think that because you come to Africa that you have to stay locked down, married to the country or even to the continent. If you want to move somewhere else, it's your life. You gotta live your life. You have to live your life. I just said earlier, I plan on living in Mexico, having a place in Mexico, or spending at least 3 months in Mexico. I want to being here in Tanzania. Who knows? I may go to Ethiopia, or I may go to what's another country? Like I'm trying to think of like a country that's Congo, or who knows? I may go somewhere else, fall in love with that country, maybe meet an amazing man that I want to procreate with and spend the rest of my life. Like there's so many variables, there's so many options to your life. I don't think that you have to settle. at all. So yes, I agree. We're on the same page, Miss Blue Love. We're always on the same page. Thank you so much. Um, do you have a channel, like a working channel? Like, are you speaking on your channel? Mm, thank you guys, thank you guys. Okay, I'm really late with these comments. It looks like. Uh, yes. Hi. Do you have in mind of any investing one day in Tanzania? I do want to invest in Tanzania for sure. Oh, congratulations. Yes, Eddie. Shout out to No Limit Eddie. He's young, he's 21. He is he's very receptive to what is it called? He's very receptive to learning new ideas, to listening to, I want to say elders, makes me sound old, but like he's open. He's not like closed off, like, oh, it has to be this one way. And he's adventurous and he explores. I mean, that's what you're supposed to, I don't think it should be that's what you're supposed to do in your youth. That's what life is. You're never supposed to stop that. You're never supposed to stop living. Pretty much. I'm pretty nomadic. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, keep me updated on your channel because I would love to support you on your channel. How was your COVID experience? It's not a big deal here. I think I actually had COVID once here. I'm not sure. I don't know. I got sick for a while. Um, but no, it's not like it is in the States. It's not. I know they're doing more social distancing and like mask wearing. Certain places you'll see like people working there wearing masks. If you go to like different places in Masaki, you'll see more mask wearing. But like if you go to where Africans are living, it's not like that. Yup. Okay. Yeah, I hope to travel there next year for sure. Okay, you guys. So, this has been a great live. I appreciate all of you guys being a part of this journey. I look forward to like my 1 year transformation / move, like / just being here in like the next 6 months of just learning this culture, the language, friendships, romance, whatever, romancing Africa. It's been a beautiful journey that I needed. I wish I could tell you more about like what I've been through. I don't really feel like sharing any of that, but I know for myself, when I look back at like where I was last year, I know that like my ancestors have looking out for me. I know that like I'm guided, I'm loved, and that I was meant to be here. And meant to be here, and also meant to be in front of you sharing my experience, because I could be here and not have shared this, because I would say that this experience is double-sided, because it's like, yes, I'm experiencing this beautiful country, but I'm also experiencing you beautiful people, you beautiful YouTubers, subscribers. That means a lot. I receive a lot of love from you guys, and it warms my heart. It really does. Like it means a lot, and I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. I read your comments. I usually respond, but I could feel the love from you guys, and it means a lot, because I am a stranger. on your phone or on your TV or on your computer, but you guys have shared experience and I've been sharing my life. So it's like, we're sharing each other's experiences in that sense, because it's not just me. I'm getting to know you guys through these comments and through these lives. So I really do appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And let me know in the comments what you think, what you guys want to see from me, because I'm still trying to figure out what type of content do you guys enjoy. So I would appreciate if you guys put that in the comments. Do you guys like the travel vlogs? Because it seems like you guys aren't watching them right now. And it'd be taking me a long time to edit them, and I'd be feeling some type of way, I'm not gonna lie. Or do you guys like more lives? Do you guys like more like deep conversations? Do you guys like more? Do you guys even care what's happening in Tanzania? Like who's doing stuff, like who the artists are, the different foods, like what type of things are you guys interested? Because I want to create what I want to create, but I don't want to create content that people aren't watching because it hurts. But I want to take into consideration, what you guys have enjoyed thus far. So I am going to do like a weekly live so you guys can kind of see my life here, because I haven't really done that in a while. But I do want to bring you guys along because I do feel more comfortable here. I feel like I have more of a sense of community. I know people, especially in my neighborhood. I receive a lot of love in my neighborhood. Like I've never, ever lived in a neighborhood where I received so much love. And these are strangers. And that's a part of being here that is just like, is healing. That's the part for me that's healing. Because I'm the city I was raised in, I didn't feel the love. It's like, it's sad, but it's like, I think that Tanzanians in general are loving, and they're warm people. They're very, very kind. And I experience that on a daily basis from people that don't want anything from me. They just want to say hi. They just want to wave. They just want to say, hey, Dada, or they call me Rasta out here a lot. That is why I love being here. I think if I was continuing to have those experiences that I had in the beginning and I wasn't doing my healing and I wasn't working on myself, that I may have been a person that put up a negative video about Tanzania because I wasn't connecting to myself, and I wasn't allowing whatever the universe is bringing to me is for me. And because I do deeper work, and I do understand that, and I do understand the law of attraction, and I do understand that nothing that I experience is going to be wasted. Everything that I experience, everyone I come across it has a purpose. And that not only do these people help me, but I help them. I give them love. I show them, these people can now say that they know an American. Like whatever that means to them, it means something. But I could say that I know them. So that is something that if I would have stayed, I would not have that experience. I would not have the love. And like I said, the love for me is what's been healing me. The love I receive from you guys has been healing me. The love that I've been giving to myself has been healing me. So I want to thank you guys so much. So let me look at a few of what you guys said you want to see or whatever. Keep it the truth. I don't know. I can't read Kiswahili. I would have to copy and paste this and put it in Google Translate. That's how I've been getting down. So I don't know what you're saying. So I hope you're saying something good, something about Namibia. Yeah. Or maybe you guys are like talking amongst yourself. You are so pretty. Oh, thank you. You seem very cool. I'm trying to link up with like-minded, interested in travel. Traveling out. Yep. You know what? At first I was not open to meeting people, but I have been. I have met several people, several of my subscribers. I've had 2 people take me out to like lunch or dinner, and I've met several people, and especially now that I'm doing this work with the Watu school. That is one of the best ways to link up with me. Hopefully, I will still be here doing this project, but to give back and also a good way to meet other people. So I'm definitely open for sure. So you can reach out to me, Asante Sana, if you should get in the Discord group that I have. More interviews with locals would be good. I have interviewed some, but I have a videos called the 3rd episode of Wanderlust for Africa with a really dope travel influencer here. He's dope. So he's a local that oh, thank you. You know what? Someone just told me about Saba Saba. I didn't really know what it was. I may try to check it out. But the day that we were gonna go, I was just like, it's far. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with traffic. And they were trying to take a dollar, so I didn't want to do that. I wanted to take a Uber. So, but yeah. Okay, so you guys are talking amongst yourselves in Kiswahili. So I enjoy your content. Just have to see how you allow things unfold naturally. Thank you. Okay, I don't know. Clearly not, because I don't know what these people are talking about. I've learned kidogo. I would like to see what your deep healing work looks like. Sounds very personal though. I mean, I've shared a lot. You can reach out to me. So here I've been doing like sound bowl meditations. You'll see that in my vlog coming up. I do a lot of inner work with myself, with my ancestors, through meditation, and then now through like what I'm putting in my body to heal, because everything is connected, like really. So that's why I'm gonna talk about this later. But you can reach out to me if you want to know further about it. Let me see. Yes, you should email me if you want to know further. But I don't know when you tuned in, but I did talk about it in the beginning. Oh, Asante Sana, I do want to go to Rwanda. I would love to visit Rwanda. Keep it up. Can you use English? I have a particular reason why I've never been to Zanzibar. And when I go to Zanzibar, I'll let you guys know. But there is a reason why I have not been, and there's a reason why I'm waiting to go to Zanzibar. Though it is right there, I've never been, and I'm waiting to go. But you guys will find out when I go, because I will definitely share why I waited so long to go to Zanzibar. I should. Someone else asked me that as well, about my sound bowl meditations. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for being new to the channel. I hope that you have subscribed to Full Soul Travel, and I hope that you stay along. But yeah, you can reach out. You can email me at fullsoultravel@gmail.com, and we could talk further. But also re-watch the live. In the beginning, I talked a lot about the healing and like what I feel like people should do before they come here. It looks like I'm wearing makeup. I'm not. I literally have no makeup. I just have like a lip on. I'm like, wow, because I've been doing this detox. I haven't really looked at myself, but like, dang, skin is popping. Oh, I think that okay. I haven't been through the process, but I do have several friends who have opened a business here and they have not had difficulties. So I think that might be a misconception of what people think. Um, but I don't know what you're talking about. He keeps writing Kiswahili. I don't know what y'all are saying, but okay. He said they're talking about how Tanzania needs to change. Yeah, I think that the diaspora shouldn't be treated as foreigners. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about that. It makes me sad a little bit. But do what you guys are doing on your end. You know, maybe if you guys keep talking amongst yourselves, maybe it'll get to the right people and things will change and maybe be easier for the diaspora to move here because that would change the game. It would if we didn't have to leave every 3 months and just to make things even a little bit more affordable. Uh, I don't know what watching Joe on the Run to the Zen to 10. I don't know what Zen to 10 is. I haven't seen that video. So I don't know what you're referring to. Um Yeah, I don't know what you guys are referring to with that stuff with the immigration and stuff like that. I'm getting a bit. But yeah, I don't think you guys answered my questions about the videos though. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see and all that type of jazz and stuff. Do you guys want me to do more lives? Do you enjoy these lives or do you prefer the vlogs? I know with the lives you get to know me better because there's no editing. I'm not chopping stuff up. But I try to show myself all the time in the videos. Um, but I think if there's no more, if y'all aren't saying nothing else, um, again, thank you guys. I'm getting a bit. Um, yes. Okay. Thank you. But I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. I would love to just answer like maybe 2 more questions and then take my butt to bed. Oh, it's midnight here. Someone else asked me another question. Let me see. What are you saying? I don't know schools. I don't have kids here, so I don't. That's not even something that I think about. But I don't know if I would, based off of what people say, I don't know if when I have children here, if I will put them in school here, because I do know that the schools here are learning based off of the UK structure. I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. So I don't know if that's something that I personally would want my future children to, it's like, to learn. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I don't know. I think that that is something they were kind of talking about in that a little bit to make things easier here. I don't think there is that much talk about it, but I will do more research. I haven't heard of anything because that would be a hot topic. Trust me, everybody here will be doing a video on that. It would be not good to see. Someone said that Jules on the Run explained everything. So maybe go check her channel out as far as automatic citizenship. But I think, they would have to allow dual citizenship here for Americans to make it, make it make sense. Unless you just want to just totally X out the US. But I don't think most people want to do that. Yeah, I mean, or maybe I don't know what y'all are talking about. How are women treated over there? Oh, you need to rewatch this live. We talked about it for a minute. Someone's saying there is a push for automatic citizenship here. Thank you, and thank you, Miss Blue Love. Yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna yeah, because these questions, a few of the questions you guys have asked, I've already answered. So I really will recommend you guys rewatch it. This live was good. There was a lot of information. So, and we talked about how women are treated for a good while, good, bad, and ugly. And then, yeah, so check that out of how women are treated here if you go back. Oh God, I'm tired. I've been up since like 6 a.m. But like took a 3-mile walk and then I went to the school. We painted. Those videos are going to be coming out, and if that's something you are interested in volunteering while you're here or donating, because we want to do a big project in August to kind of do a remodel with the kids. With their living spaces, to give them bunk beds and like paint and new beds and bedding and all that type of stuff. And then the next community day is going to be in 2 weeks. We're going and building a garden. The last one was 2 weeks ago, and we got tables built and we did painting, and then we went back today to finish that. So those vlogs are coming up soon. And to me, that feels good to be able to like contribute here in that capacity, to be able to give back, but also to also connect other people who want to do the same thing. So I love that. So I'm just going to say goodnight to everybody. Say thank you for everything. Yeah. Okay. Peace and love, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.